Today we're going to start learning about inequalities. These work the same way as equations, but we have number lines included and we can have more than one number as the answer. So before we get started, we need to know what all of these signs mean. This sign is the greater than sign. Anytime you have a sign written in that direction, it means greater than. This next sign means less than. These signs were also referred to as the alligator eating the bigger number, probably in lower grades, but we refer to them as greater than, less than. Now, this sign is the same exact as this sign, except for the line under it. That means greater than or equal to. All right, now the other sign is very similar to the less than sign, but it means less than or equal to. Now, we have this sign that looks like an equal sign, but it has a line drawn through it. That just means exactly what it looks like, not equal to. When we work with inequalities, we use a graph to display our solution. So rules for graphing. The greater than or less than signs have an open circle. And I'll show you what that looks like in just a little bit. But when you graph them on the number that they have an open circle. So if you have that number line and the answer is 3, they have an open circle. Less than or equal to and greater than or equal to have a closed circle. So circle that they have a closed circle. So what that looks like, if the answer is 3, you will close in that circle. Filling in the circle means that the number circled is included. It means that the number circled is included. So how do I identify solutions of an inequality? This question says, which numbers are solutions of the inequality? This problem says that x is less than or equal to, I know that because of this right here, 2. So I need to find which one of these numbers right here are less than or equal to 2. Negative 3 is less than or equal to 2. 0 is less than or equal to 2. But 4.5 is not less than or equal to 2. Now let's look at the next one. Which numbers are solutions of the inequality? M is greater than negative 3. Negative 8 is not a greater number than negative 3. Negative 2 is a greater number than negative 3, and 1.4 is a greater number than negative 3. Now, let's look a little bit more. How do I graph the solution of an inequality? So if A says that x is greater than negative 2, you can do this number line however you want to. You can say negative. You can do it by 1s, you can do it by 2s, however makes you happy. It does not matter how you number your number line. So this says that x is greater than negative 2. I'm going to look above to the rules for graphing. It says that signs like this, less than or greater than, have an open circle. So I'm going to put an open circle on negative 2, and it's going to be all values that are greater than negative 2. Remember, x stands for any number. So it's going to be any number that is greater than negative 2. So you've got an open circle on negative 2, and you're drawing your arrow in the direction of numbers that are greater than negative 2. Now, let's look at B. It says y is less than or equal to 7. Y is less than or equal to 7. So we're going to do this number line however you want to. We can say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we've got all values that are less than or equal to 7. So I'm going to put a circle on 7. It's going to be a closed circle. So closed circle on 7. And I'm going to have to go in the direction of all numbers that are less than 7. So I'm going to go in the left direction. Just a little cheat you can look at. Do you see how this sign, where they connect, is pointing in this direction and where the graph is going in this direction? Do you see where this inequality sign is going in this direction and the answer is also going in this direction? You can always check your answer that way. Let's look at C. We've got 2 is less than or equal to G. Now, we need to rewrite these with the variable on the left side. So we're going to say G is greater than or equal to 2. The sign is still going to open the same way. All right? So I'm going to do my number line. All right, so I'm going to put a closed circle on 2, and it says that it's going to be all numbers that are greater than or equal to 2. So I'm going to move in this direction. You can check it and see that this arrow is going in this direction, so the answer is going to go in that direction. Let's look at D. We're going to have to rewrite this one also, so we're going to put our variable first. We're still going to make the point the same place it was. So we're going to have B is less than or equal, or just B is less than -6. So we're going to do our number line. So we're going to put an open circle at -6, and it's going to be all numbers that are less than -6. So it's going to go in this direction. Now the last part is how can we write an inequality by looking at a graph. So we're going to put any variable. I always like to use X, but you can use any variable. You're always going to write the variable first. Now, we're going to write our number on the other side. This right here is at -5. It is going in a direction of all numbers greater than that -5. And it is an open circle. So it's going to be the one without the line under it. So X is greater than -5. Let's look at B. We're going to go ahead and put our variable first and the number that we're starting on, or the number that this circle is on. Now, that is a closed circle, so we know the sign is going to have the equal to line under it, and it's going in the direction of all numbers less than or equal to 4. Now, let's look at C. We're always going to write our variable first and then our number. This is a closed circle, so it's going to have the line under it. This is going in the direction of all numbers greater than or equal to -1.